You've heard about the recent success stories of drones in Iraq and Afghanistan, but imagine seeing one of these flying around in your neighborhood. We had a first-hand look at this exciting piece of technology when Program Manager Christopher Barter stopped by FMG Publications headquarters recently to show off the new Datron Scout.
I think my favorite part about the job is watching the customer's eyes light up when they start filling in the blanks of how they can use the system. The end user for a system like the Scout's going to be the guy on the ground. So for law enforcement, what we're targeting is not replacing but augmenting manned helicopter missions. So rather than calling in a manned helicopter asset, what the idea is that a law enforcement officer could basically pull this out of the trunk of a squad car and put it up in the sky for a traffic incident, for, if it were a hostage situation. We're really targeting the guy on the ground, the organic guy on the ground who needs that information right here and right now.
We asked what questions are raised after people see the Scout in action for the first time.
The majority of the questions, of course, are budget, because we're in a fairly budget-restrained environment right now. Cost and how they will fit into the airspaces, the two biggest questions we get.
We were curious about what training is needed to learn the system.
Honestly, I could probably train you on the vast majority of its functionality in about an hour. Really, it really is that easy to fly. I'm no RC pilot. I've got my bachelor's degree in history, and I can fly this thing effectively, probably 90% of its capabilities. It's all on a touchscreen tablet. We'll download either Google Maps or Bing Maps, or if you're a military user or if you have your own proprietary maps, we'll download those. And because the system has a GPS on it, all you do to control it is literally point and touch on a map where you want the system to go. And there's technology inside the actual system that, let's say a big gust of wind comes by, it's going to automatically bank into that wind. So there's no piloting expertise required on the end user's behalf. But our training package ranges from 1 to 3 days, depending on how in-depth you want to go. The system flies itself. You just basically tell the system where to go and what to look at and how high to be.
Maintenance and upkeep for the Scout requires little time and effort, a bonus to busy police officers.
There's very few moving parts on it other than the rotors, but upkeep and maintenance is pretty straightforward. Just, periodically clean the system and it's going to take care of itself.
When we asked if there were any success stories he could tell us about, Chris didn't hesitate.
Yeah, we've had a few smash hits, actually, where we've saved lives via looking at what's going on over the hill, be it an artillery position, be it an ambush, be it some kind of military formation, and rather than sending actual troops in or a law enforcement officer in to take a look for himself, we can just send the Scout up and get advanced recon without sacrificing one of our cops or one of our military men. Of course, we're in this to sell things and to make money, but our boys are out there in action too. Our officers are out there on the street, on the beats. And, if we can sell these things and maybe save 1 or 2 lives over the course of a year, that's a great objective to go after. It's a fun job when you see that happen.